Hey guys, it's SmilesBehindLupus. This video is about how I prep before, during, and after my infusion. Let's get started. First, I start with cleaning, which our kitchen is a mess. So that's one less thing that I have to worry about on the day of infusion. So this is the craziness before, and this is the after. I'm tired. I had to stop, take a pain pill just to continue. Moving along to the countertops. This is the before, the catch-all place for all of the mail. And this is the after. I've lit a candle, and I also cleaned off the dining table, even though we don't eat here, but I had all kinds of stuff on it. Here is the living room, which we don't sit in, but it had stuff on it from when some people came over. And this is the after. I took off some of the pillows and the sheet to protect it, to wash it. Tackled our sitting room. This is where we do watch TV and eat. It's horrible right now. And here is the after. So I removed the sofa cover to wash that as well. Alright guys, so it's a part of this video of what I do the night before. So you've already seen cleaning, so we just got done grocery shopping, and next I will show you what I pack in my little bag that I take with me for what I take to my infusion. It's this clear little bag. I brought this when I went to an Alabama game because you have to have clear bags to get in there. So at the bottom I have some hair scrunchies, some pins. In this little pouch, I keep my lidocaine cream that I use. Take it out so you guys can see it. So in this little pouch, I have Band-Aids. So I know I need to restock on some Q-tips. So this is a lidocaine that I put on my Metaport. Your doctor has to prescribe it, but you put it on about 30 minutes before over your Metaport, and you do not feel the stick. It works miracles. So if you guys have a Metaport, definitely try to use this cream. I'm not sure if you could put this over the area when you get stuck. I would think you can, because they rub, you know, the alcohol and stuff to clean it is still in my system and in my skin. So I'm pretty sure you guys could use that also if you're getting some type of other infusions and you don't have a Metaport. Alright, so I have my Q-tips. So that goes in the bag. Next, I always take my phone charger, which I'm not going to show that because I have to charge my phone for tonight. But I always take an extension cord, because if I can't get my favorite little spot, sometimes I'm somewhere it's kind of like, you know, it's full of IV poles and stuff. So it's good to have this to charge your phone, because it doesn't matter if I go with a full battery. When you're there for 2 to 3 hours, and if you're using your phone, it will die. So Next, I always take some type of magazine. And this is my home projects that I'm working on. I always take my journal for scriptures. If I'm reading a book or just, doing my Bible app. And this is my home binder of all the projects that I have going on. And put that in there. That's a lot of stuff. Next, I put a bottle of water. And I put snacks. So normally I take a banana, some chips or pretzels. If I have grapes, I'll take grapes, but I don't have grapes. And something to put in my mouth, like a hard candy or some sort. So let me grab that. Alright, so I got my hard candies. I got some Ritz and a banana. I'll be back on the diet soon. So what I plan on doing for meal prep, we brought stuff to make a roast. So I'm going to be putting that in the crock pot in the morning. So that way by the time that the infusion is done, it'll be ready to go. So that is my prep for the night before, on top of my cleaning. And laundry, all of that stuff has gotten done because I know I will not feel like trying to get the house organized and ready to go for the housekeepers. Alright guys, so one of the things that when you're doing I'll put the name on the screen, infusion, by this point, because when you start it, they do what they call loader doses. So you have to go every 2 weeks. I believe it's for the first 2. And then you start going every 4 weeks. My experience with the medication, it took me a couple months for it really to get in my system to know that it was working. This is my second go around that I've been on it. The first time I started having like really bad shortness of breath. So I really can't say that was the cause, because even when I told my doctor and they took me off, I had low oxygen levels, but I wasn't on any medication because I had got sick. So I don't really think that was the cause. But one thing I noticed that it did work with my stomach, because prior to starting it and trying to take Plaquenil, my stomach was always upset. Like I could barely keep food. I was just miserable. But I noticed once I stopped doing the infusion, those symptoms are back. Of course, like my pain that I was having prior, was like a 15. And I noticed that when I was on the infusion and it got in my system, my pain was more manageable to whether it was like about a 6, 7. So then my doctor, they took me, like I said, took me off, but then I begged her to put me back on it because, I felt like that was what was working. And so what to expect is once your body starts to get used to it, one thing that I noticed when you do have the infusion is that by your 3rd week, it wears off, meaning I feel like I'm in a flare to the 10th power. And it literally, like, once you go on your 4th week, I feel like it takes a week and then you got to start all over again. So I guess it has its pros and its cons. Here are the common side effects listed on the Benlysta website that you can look out for. Expect nausea and vomiting. Diarrhea is also common. You can get fever and headaches, as well as a stuffy and runny nose. You can also get leg pain and arm pains. Also, you can have depression, as well as redness, swollen, or pain at the injection site. For your newbies that are getting ready to do this, you know, these are the steps that I try to do to make my life easier, because I know after my treatment, you are very fatigued normally. Sometimes you get headaches, but I suggest if your doctor can pre-medicate you, it makes a world of difference. So have a driver. I'm pre-medicated with Benadryl, a steroid, and Zofran for nausea, and that has eliminated, you know, a lot of my side effects that I was having with the infusion. So that's a good tip, to make sure if your doctor is ordering this that they pre-medicate you, because it's really needed. And I feel like you need a person, because I drove my first time I had the pre-medication with Benadryl. I thought I would be okay, and I literally had to sit in the parking lot for a minute to like get my bearings, and it was hard to get home because I was getting 50 milligrams, and that stuff will knock you out. So I set my alarm to get up hours before my infusion. Then the next alarm, I have to call in an hour before for my medication to be pulled. And lastly, I set an alarm for 30 minutes before I arrive to apply my numbing cream to my Mediport. Good morning, guys. So this is day of infusion, and it's 9 o'clock. As you saw on the previous screen, I set my alarm, try to get up a couple hours early, so I'm cooking breakfast, and I'm about to put a pot roast in the crock pot, so that's one less thing that I have to worry about. And let's get this day started. Alright guys, so this is what I do to prep my Mediport before my treatment. So my Mediport,
call the people in?
Yes, is right there.
She also called the people. She didn't. Hey, good morning. She didn't put that in there.
I didn't put that in there, but I was gonna.
That's the very first thing she needed.
I called. We have to call an hour ahead.
You have to call.
Please quit talking to me right now. I have to call.
I have to get her ready, everyone. See that smile now? Y'all see the teeth now. See, 5 minutes ago, y'all probably like, what is wrong with her this morning? It's me, baby. I bring it to her. I bring it in there.
Now you gotta say hello to Miss Pam and Miss Mary.
Who is that?
That's who this giving you comments.
Hey, Miss Pam, are you the one from the Netherlands?
She's not from the Netherlands. She's from Texas. No, she's from Texas.
I'm telling somebody.
And Miss Mary is from Mississippi.
Oh, she right down the street.
Yeah.
Miss Mary, you cook country? I need some knuckles and she don't do knuckles.
Pig knuckles, no. Nobody wants to eat pig knuckles.
People in Mississippi do.
Back to focus. Back to what I was saying. So this is my Mediport right here, and it's keloid over because I had to get 2 Mediports within a month's time. This one I haven't had any like issues with it not working or whatever. So let me show you when I put my cream on how that goes.
I called her but she ain't answer. So.
I'm sorry, there's a glare, but I just used my Q-tip and I put it all around the site and around the edges, because if I happen to get a nurse that is new, they don't ever stick it in the right place. They just kind of whatever, and it's in my skin. So that is what I do, and then I cover it with a Band-Aid because I put it on 30 minutes before I get there, and then I'll be good to go.
That is yours.
Talk to her about it. Not do it so often. It's a scoop back pretty good.
Good for it. Yeah, because yours is tricky. Yep.
Control your power and control your life with a Generac automatic home standby generator.
Exploring the heart of historic Europe with Viking, you'll get closer to iconic landmarks, to local life and legendary treasures, as you sail on board our
want to turn this. I'm going to turn it that way and then feel with this hand. Alright, big poke here. Does that feel okay?
I got a cool phone case like yours. I just got it last week. See, mine was Amazon too. Problem was though, I had a cool one like that, but I didn't have the top protection, and I guess it got to the side and cracked the whole screen, and so I had to get a new screen. Of course, that was expensive. This was last year. So, and I wanted the pretty glitteriness, but it's hard to find a glittery phone with the full coverage. So, my daughter's in 2nd grade right now. The jet or what? No, that whole thing. Like I would definitely.
So the electricity just went out. It's 2 o'clock and I'm still here, still getting fluids. I do. After my husband picks me up, I go home, I get something, to eat, and I literally rest and take it easy for the rest of the day. There's times where I've, tried to do stuff and I pay for it after. So if at all possible, you can rest, that's what you need to do. And normally, like, sometimes I'm down the next day to where I just don't have any strength, I don't have any energy. But normally by, that Friday, Saturday, I'm okay to get up and do whatever, not whatever. I'm still taking it easy, but I'll have a little bit more energy. So those really are my tips on what to expect for what I prep before, during, and after. Make sure if you have any questions for me, comment below, or you can email me. I'll put my email across the screen, so you guys can, feel free to ask whatever, because I know for myself, my doctor did not tell me anything like what to expect or anything, like have a driver. Nobody did. And I don't know if it's because me being in the medical field and the doctor knows me from the medical field, if she just assumes like, oh, she'll research it. I don't know. But once again, I didn't work in rheumatology. I worked in every other area, but not rheumatology. So I feel like you should educate your patients no matter their knowledge. If they're, nurses or lay persons or whatever, you should, definitely tell them what to expect. Because it's a scary thing, because you don't know. I'm like, you're getting medication put into your body through your veins. You don't know how you're going to react. They do have the Benlysta as an injectable now. I'm still researching that. And a lot of people say they don't feel that lag where the medicine wears off on the 3rd week. But my thing is, anything can happen chemically in your body. You may not ever have a reaction, the whole time that you're going. But what if you do and you're at home by yourself after you've given yourself the injection? I don't want to risk that. I urge you guys to do your own research on this. One of the support groups that I'm involved in online is mylupusteam.org. I'll put it on the screen and in the description box. Join that. You can talk to other people if you have, with lupus. You can talk to other people with lupus and, share things like, hey, did you guys experience this? So you don't think you're out there alone and just feeling something on the fly. You know what I'm saying? So that's always a good thing. And family support or friend support is also very imperative. Alright guys, so the infusion is done. I'm super tired, hence all of this. For some reason my hands are like super red and tingling, like they're swelling. That's what it feels like.
That's because she ain't touched me in about 2 weeks. When she touched me, that it's gonna be a whole them thing gonna be, how you think be doing like that when they be dancing. That's what I'm feeling. At least she's smiling.
Yeah. So now the after starts as far as getting home and resting for the rest of the day, pretty much. And just listen to your body. Don't try to overdo it, because sleep is very important, especially after this, because that Benadryl already makes you tired. The infusion makes you tired. So yeah, I'll come back a little bit later, guys. I finally made it home. So I'm going to rest, and what I normally do tonight, I'll take one more dose of Benadryl, because for whatever reason, it's like my body is just sensitive to it. So that's what I'm about to do. I'll try to come back later to close out this video. Hey guys, just wanted to close out. I pretty much slept until about 7. I've taken my night meds and I'm laying down. It's about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Just really drained, having a lot of like tightness like in my feet and legs, like when you're really swollen. My legs for some reason hurt very, very bad, and that's something that normally doesn't happen. So I'm about to take my next dose of Benadryl, because I mentioned that that's a good thing to take right before you go to bed to just help, you know, with any other lingering side effects. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Make sure you comment below if you have any questions. But yeah, be blessed, guys.